Take me through that. What you going? Take me through that. Take me through that. No, I'm really stuck on that song by Metro. Like, ooh. I think it's because I'm in Atlanta too. It hits a lot harder now. It's like, okay, I'm a
Hey,
Georgia apple, so
girl.
take me through there. Take me through there. What you doing? You already know the vibes. We're here with another episode of the good fellas. The good. I'm trying to figure out how can we call us ourselves like the good fellas, but with the girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm on some mafia shit right now.
Mm.
The good girls. No, that sounds so corny. Anyways, welcome to the motherfucking condo, y'all. Episode 16 of the Reasonable Dialogue podcast. Ooh, we in the sweet 16 spot, y'all. Yeah.
Hey, shout out to us.
Take me through that. Take me through that. What you
Where
got?
we going, twin? That song is so cute.
Yes, I love it. We're going to the condo, okay? You already know the vibes. Please take off your
Hey.
shoes, get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Cop a squat. We got some refreshments over there in the fridge. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be a weed smoker, don't ash on the carpet. Be mindful. You know what I'm saying? Welcome, welcome, welcome
Give the
again.
lighters back. Don't be stealing lighters up in here.
Please get the lighters back.
Don't
I
be
hate a lighter thief. Although I be taking lighters myself.
Wow. I
but
mean, y'all might as well add the iPhone cords in there too while we at it.
okay, that one.
well, I'm gonna be honest. I've never stolen an iPhone cord because I feel like that's like a real betrayal. Like that's real. That's serious. Like you know. First of all, let's talk about how expensive it is. You're stealing. That's damn near a felony.
No, that's bold. That one's pretty bold.
That's crazy. So no. We not doing that. I will call the cops for my iPhone charger. Anyways, it's your girl DJ Miss Milan.
And it's your girl Jazz.
And it's your girl, Yon Sneed, and you are listening to episode 16 of the Reasonable Dialogue podcast. Thank y'all.
Episode 16. Oh my God.
16 is a very significant number to me because it is my birth date number. I am a Pisces, March 16th. So this feels very like, okay, I would love to make sure that we have an episode next year for my birthday. Hello.
For sure. We're going to be having episodes forever and ever.
Yeah, so we old as ever. Hopefully, giving God's grace and his mercy. But anyways, that being said, how has my sisters been this week? It's been a crazy one. But how have y'all been, mentally, spiritually, physically, and all that good shit?
Ooh, I love that question. Well, when America is on this shit like it is a lot of times, I indulge in my self-care. So I was at the spa again. Just because it's just I'm serious, sisters. It's just the one space I literally go and clear my head. And I will say, not even lying, I got one of the best pedicures I have ever gotten in my life.
Was it a Russian pedicure?
It wasn't a Russian, it was like a jelly sugar spa pedicure.
Okay.
Type, it's like a sugar. They use this cute little pink sugar scrub. But when I tell you that nail tech put their hands in needles, foot, all of it in my pedicure, like flawless. But on a serious note, in times like this where, social media can feel chaotic, the world can feel a little overwhelming. I do take self-care like seriously because it could be a lot, like there's so many different opinions, there's so many different voices, but we still got life to live. And I love to live life. Like I love to laugh. I love to love, like I just love to bask in, God's blessings and everything else that I know is going to come forth. So I try not to get down in any type of like sorrow when the waves of the world are, kind of little cranes, when it's spinning little cranes in the sky, out there when the news is spinning a little crazy in the sky for real, And I think it's also, I've grown to grow confident in the fact of like, no, this isn't me detaching. This is me becoming self-aware of the realities of the world and the tools that I need to keep myself in a peaceful and, blissful space.
Mm.
So I appreciate the question,
I feel that.
listeners, of, like how, like spiritually, how are you? Because it can be a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, especially for me, who literally has like a humanitarian type heart. Like, I naturally, just care about people, like, and I'm grateful that I have women like you in my life who like don't like make fun of me for that and is actually like embrace me for it. Cause sometimes I could feel everything. So, taking time to get my, pedicure is like, that's the one thing I can do for myself. I talk to Jan about this all the time, like doing something for yourself at least like once a week or once a month. And that was it. So I know our reasonable dialogue listeners is like, damn, this is always in the spot. Look, it's it's been that time. Like but no, it's been a good week. And I will
I always
say
say that though. I was saying that on Twitter. I seen somebody mention something about you should like basically get your nails done, get your hair done and shit like that. And I'm like, yeah, I think it was something in regards to like making money or something like that. And I was like, well, if you really want to make money, you go get your hair and your nails done. Cause let's face it, when you feel good, the money come too. You know what I'm saying?
it does. And when you think about like just like historically like safe spaces for like black women and black people, it's always been like the nail salon and hair salon for us, like even myself growing up with a mom who was a hairstylist, like that was her thing. My mom didn't go to college. She went to a beauty school, like straight out of high school. It's cosmetology. So I've grown up around just always seeing women just come to my mom for, beauty. But also when I think about it, it's like, no, that was therapy for them too. Like they used to come home, they used to come in there from picking up their kids, like, or off work, or just needed something. So yeah, shout out to my hairstylist Keisha, because I did get my roller set too. I did.
Okay.
I got that this week.
I feel that.
But yeah, and achieve some milestones too. I got some personal goals that I've been trying to achieve this year, and I finally kind of like pat myself on the back because I feel like I worked hard this summer, and I finally am like, okay, you can breathe,
Yes.
girl. You can
You
breathe.
can finally
But enough
breathe.
about me. Let me stop.
Well, in that vein, I did want to shout out this young lady. I'm gonna find her name and I'm gonna just put her on my set list. But she actually, so she was tweeting about this. I guess she has a client. She's a nail tech. She has a client who she was saying she had canceled 3 weeks in a row, and this is somebody for I want to say like 5 or 6 years has never canceled,
Yes,
and she does her nails every 2 weeks. So she reached out to her like, are we breaking up? And the girl's like, no, I just can't. I can't afford it right now. So she's like, girl, let me come take care of you. And like, shout out to her because that is how you are supposed to treat your clients. Like that is friendship. That is like good black. Like that's good business. Okay.
That is that.
And
that is the old school way of doing business.
Yep.
Right. It's like community, business rooted in community.
That's what I was about to say. Yep.
And I think taking it even further, like I think the old school way too is like if I couldn't cover this or that, you would help me here and then I would help you there with something else.
I was just about to say that. My mom used to do that. My mom used to do that. Yep. My mom used to do that. She would literally take clients and be like, girl, it's okay. I know you go babysit so and so later. It's fine. Like,
and like we need to bring that back. That's literally community building. That's bartering. And like our community was rooted in that for a very long time when money was not a thing. So shout out to her. I'm gonna find her. I'm literally trying to find her handle. I don't see it, but when I find it, I'm gonna put her on our set list. But outside of that, I had a really, really good week. Kind of in a similar vein to Jazz in a different way though. Like I've still been committing to the fitness journey. And I think this week was a real test of my commitment to it because I've had really, really long days in New York. And when I'm out there for that long, it takes the wind out of me. So it's like having to get to the gym, I'll just be feeling like, God, please take my hand, Lord. But
take my strong hand.
Yeah, right. But I've been forcing myself to go because like I finally reached one of my goals was not necessarily the weight loss in itself. It was more so to become so conditioned to be in the gym that if I don't go, I feel like I'm not following my routine. And I finally got to that place because even when I'm super drained and don't have the energy, I'm still like, girl, take your ass to the gym.
I feel that. It's like the discipline.
Yeah. And I'm just like, I'm so proud that I've finally gotten there because there's been so many times throughout like the last 3 years where I will get in the gym and then maybe I'll go for a month and then you take 3 days off and it's over.
Yeah.
Y'all,
No,
you're
it's
not
true.
seeing me. Yeah. And it's like I finally got into this place where even 2 days off, I'm still gonna get right back in there because I know like this is my routine and I'm not swerving from it.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that. And then the other thing too, similarly to Jazz, as far as just like doing for self, um, I told y'all I have this best friend who has been kind of pouring into me and inspiring me to kind of just like lean into the ideas that are on my spirit.
Yeah.
So I'm finally launching this it's like a playlist series with
Yes, I seen you mention it. Congratulations.
thank you. So I'm
Impressive.
partnering with a brand called Simple Wednesdays. They are a playlist brand. They also do a vinyl show, or it's like a vinyl event where they play vinyl sets at Soho House in Chicago. So I partnered with them to do it's gonna be their first one too, so it's really dope. Their first year-long series. So every month I will be releasing like a 5 to 10 minute audio note about a specific topic, and then that would be followed by a curated playlist of 35 songs across all genres that I'm into for the month. So it's like a all inclusive listening experience of me speaking and the music that I like. So I'm really excited.
Oh, I love that. I love that for
Yeah.
you.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
They got the perfect person.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. How about you, girl? How was your week?
My
Yes.
week, honestly, I've been just relaxing, decompressing, rejuvenation for the nation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just been in a bag. I did come back from New York. I had some events out there. Shout out to my Beyonce party. We did, a rooftop celebrating the Queen Bee, of course, for her recent birthday, the past week or whatever. And I just been really getting locked in. I've been really seeing the person that I desire to be. And instead of just looking forward to being that person, I just was deciding to just be that person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like, okay, what's stopping you from actually being her? And every
mm-hmm.
day since I've been on this journey of reading The Artist's Way, we do this thing, like I told you guys before, I believe, like this morning pages where every day, as soon as you wake up, you have to write at least like 3 pages of just whatever comes to mind. And it creates a discipline in you to do so. And just as I'm writing more so in a state of being than in a way of like, I want to look forward to this person. So I just been really locking in, between last week and this week on what does that person really look like? What is the routine that a successful person like myself honestly is operating in, and what does the mental health look like, what does the spiritual health look like how do I take care of myself on days where I need to rejuvenate, like you said, Jazz, going to the spa and like really taking care of yourself and enjoying it and just being in a space of gratitude. So I've just been really grounding, I would say, these last couple of days up until like these past 2 weeks, where I'm really centering myself. I'm feeling really confident in myself. I've just been doing the things that create discipline and consistency in my life that are good for me, and also taking time to just enjoy the things that I want to enjoy as well. Life is, although we have so much going on around the world, I don't want to fall out of my own personal pocket of sunshine. Shout out to Natasha Bedingfield. But
That was a bar. That was a bar,
I don't want to
sister.
fall out of it. Like,
Yes.
yes, I am very aware of my circumstances and my surroundings, but at the same time, I deserve to feel this state of euphoria, the state of happiness, the state of gratitude, despite, like I said, my circumstances. So I just been really working on that and just being present, but at the same time being aware, and I've realized this thing that I think, if nobody else has discovered it, I believe I discovered it. I'm going to coin it, but there's this thing where when it comes to emotions and just, life, is a thing that I figured that I do, where it's either acknowledging and honoring my feelings. And when it comes to acknowledging it, it's like, yes, I acknowledge my feelings because I am a human being and I am in a state of being a human being. So yes, I'm going to have a different set of emotions, but the honoring the emotions to me is where I believe that emotion. So if I'm having a negative emotion where I don't feel like my very best self, I can acknowledge it, but am I going to honor it by believing it? No. So that's something that I've personally been doing in the self-discovery stage of my life. Like, okay, I'm acknowledging feelings versus honoring feelings. I acknowledge all feelings because I'm a human being, but I'm only going to honor the feelings that are actually truths about my life, which is I am great. I'm healthy. I am in a great, position. Am I having a bad moment or am I having a bad day? Perspectives. You know what I'm saying? So just really taking care of the mental, because I know it starts there, leads me to
Yes.
want to be consistent. Like, Jan, you mentioned on your gym journey, I've been also consistent in the gym myself, eating clean. Like last week, I was like, you know what? I'm going to be the girl that not only does what she says when it comes to her dreams, but in your everyday life too. Like, if you're going to go to the motherfucking gym, get your ass up and go to the motherfucking gym, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Okay.
stop
No,
talking about
seriously.
it and just
Right.
be about it,
And just be about it. And
Yeah.
let me say too, because y'all have been talking about this since like June. I just want to reassure both you ladies, because I'm in a condo all the time. So I'm here. I be seeing. You both look freaking amazing.
Oh, thank
Like,
you.
Milan, I came across one of your TikToks the other day and I seen your arms. I was like, oh,
You know, and that's how I know I was
yeah,
doing my thing, because I'm like, my arms, they turn into
yes,
that Michelle
sir.
Obama, Angela
Right.
Bassett.
No, for real. Jan, I seen you out there at the concerts with the skirt. I said, oh, the girls look good. The
The
girls look
quads is
good.
quadding.
The
Yeah.
quads spotting, the skin is glowing, the hair is glistening. I just have to say it because, like, again, we've been doing this since June. It's September now. I got to give y'all your flowers. Like,
Thank
it is showing. The
you.
work is showing. And yeah, I'm just happy to sit here on my little fluffy couch and be a witness, to be honest. Like, I love
I
it. And I
appreciate
love,
that.
for real, I love that you mixed it too, Milan, just like basically like protecting your pocket full of sunshine, because like that's really what it is now,
Both,
especially
both, both sets, okay?
Mm.
Both of
like
those little pockets.
seriously. Both of the pockets. Like I always say, like but I was listening, if you really don't never see me online, it's either because one, my hair not done, that's the whole thing, like, or or I am protecting my pocket of sunshine. Okay. So sometimes I have to go in those modes. Like back then the day, I feel like I used to be a little like political, like crash out, like during like the Trayvon Martin,
Political
like
crash out is crazy.
during like the Trayvon era, like, rest in peace to all of our loved ones. Like I used to be online going crazy. My shit used to go viral too, but I think, and I used to be on the front lines. I used to be out there, like pick is everything. But I've learned to transmute that energy in different ways and mediums. Like I think I've learned to fight differently, and this space gives me a space to do that. Where I can still be vocal about how I feel, but sometimes I don't even feel good afterwards when I've said all that, like online these days, because the times is so different now. So it's almost as like I'm rediscovering how my voice sits in this time.
Another thing I really appreciated that you said too was about not just saying that you're doing something or essentially aspiring to do something, rather saying and embodying, rather, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a lot of us especially in creative spaces, we talk about like, I'm an aspiring this, I'm inspiring that, I would like to be this, I would like to be that. And these are the same people who are actually doing that thing. You're a musician, but you're calling yourself an aspiring artist. Like you are an artist. You're not aspiring anything. You're embodying, you're doing the thing.
Exactly. Yes.
And I feel like to constantly speak on the things that you're doing in a way where it would almost imply that you're not there yet is to not believe in yourself. And in my opinion, to not believe in God either, because you
Woo!
are essentially saying that you're not that already. And if you're doing the work, you are that. Maybe you're not at the level that you want to be at, but that doesn't mean that you're aspiring, because you are that. You are a DJ. You are a musician. You are an artist. Like you're not aspiring to be shit. You're there already.
Right.
And I think that's where the 10,000 hours comes in and puts you in a different tier, maybe, of whatever it is that you are calling yourself aspiring to be. But I really do think as creatives and professionals, we need to kind of like step out of this aspiring space. Like you are that. You're not
I am
aspiring anymore.
doing. I am
Okay.
doing. Yes.
So I
Yes.
love that you said that. I think that is so important for so many people to hear because man.
It's needed. It is
Mm-hmm.
definitely needed.
We doing. We
And
not trying.
Okay.
yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
literally I changed my wording, I changed my speech, I changed how I think. It really starts with the mind, like I said earlier, and I'm very glad for this journey of just self-discovery and also being able to just be an example in certain things because man, it's a beautiful spot to be in. Like I said, although there are crazy things happening in the world, you gotta protect your peace, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to be there. But yeah. Now, I need to know, ladies, right? Because I'm going to be honest with y'all. I'm a little prude, okay? I am a little prude. So I want to know when it comes to the dating and being in these dating streets, these dating pools, you know what I'm saying? They say that the pools got piss and shit in it. But I need to know, ladies, what is your personal style of basically someone shooting their shot? Are you the type of ladies to like shoot your own personal shot at something that you like? Because I've been seeing on the clock app, some ladies have been, I guess, pioneers in shooting their shot. And they've been telling ladies that you should shoot your shot. And I've been seeing, little Twitter love stories of, oh well, if I never regretted not creeping up in his DMs, and I'm like, girl, I don't know. It's like a line of desperation to me in a way. Like, why are you a girl? Why you why you in this nigga's DMs versus going after what you want? So I want to get y'all perspectives. Like, are y'all the type to shoot your shot at something that you really want, or are you the type to be like, no, even though I want that, they gotta still find their way to me? Like Beyonce, find your way back, big big world, but you got it, baby.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm
I'm a
gonna be
little old
honest.
school. I'm a little old school.
There was one point where I probably would have shot my shot. I'm not gonna lie. There's definitely a point in
Mm.
my life where I definitely would have shot my shot. And I think I needed that point in my life because I needed to see what that yielded for me. And if I gotta be honest, it never yielded anything that I wanted. So, with that being said, we have made a pivot away from that. So, in my last 3 to 5 years of dating, I will not be shooting my shot. And going forward, I also will not be shooting my shot. I think I'm just in a place now too where like I feel like me walking in my light is going to attract the man for me. And what that's going to look like for me is developing a very, very close friendship. And if that becomes something more, it becomes more. But I'm just not really into anymore this whole idea of like, even with men personally, like, I don't even want you to lust over me. Like, and I feel like shooting a shot is lust. Like, you just seen something you like and you want parts. I don't even want that no more. Like, I want you to be so into me as a person, as a woman, as a creative, as a professional, to where you want to know me. And then in knowing me, you fall for me. And then we build a relationship that way. I'm not doing the shoot my shot shit no more. I'm over it.
You are a fairy tale girl.
Yes.
I
I'm going
feel
to get
that.
the fairy tale. Okay. I'm going to get it.
I feel that. I think for me, and because Milan, my sis, I can't give away too much. I'm Mrs. P. I can't get these niggas. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. But to be honest with you, I genuinely think that one, I'm just be I will be transparent here. I know for a fact I got too much pride to like slide in niggas DMs or to be on some yo what's up. Like I'm just not doing it. However, what I will say is that my approach to love and exuding my natural nurturing energy that I feel like I just have, that I've learned to kind of even have boundaries with, because some niggas will take that little and it's like nigga, it's never gay that. But I do think my energy attracts and manifests this brown sugar-esque like type of approach. And I have when it comes to like love and courting and things like that, if that makes sense. Like it's always me, or not always, but I find myself like attracting what I feel like is my best friend when it comes to courting or shooting like shots. Like I feel like for me, the guy almost, and it's fucked up a little bit because I feel like he can almost feel like friend zoned to a extent, but it's not that. I think I'm naturally like a builder. I don't think I'm somebody that's kind of like, yeah, so what's up? Like, I like you like this. Like, nah. Like, we got a vibe, if that makes sense. Like, it can naturally kind of like start off as like a vibe. And I think I've grown as a woman to kind of appreciate a man who respects my kind of free spirit energy, but also recognizes like she ain't trying to be free spirited with everybody. You know, that's just, she's just a little fairy.
You're a slow burn kind of girl.
I really think I am. But and it's so crazy that you say it, sis, because I don't even think I'm consciously aware of it. I think it's something that's like, it's just there, but I don't really know it's there till someone points it out.
I think you are aware of it because you're kind of talking through it now. Like, you know what you do.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. I guess I'm aware of it, but I never had a language for it, if that's what it is. I never had like a name for it. Like I never knew what it really is. And I think a man that is secure enough to recognize that and let me blossom and grow in that way. Like I think Tiana Taylor said something recently where it's like, you got to kind of treat me like a teacup. Like when you got a teacup, you kind of, and it's super hot, it's that little hot thing. You gotta like, you walk a little slower with it. You don't want to tip it over. You like, it's not that you're walking on eggshells, because I never want anyone to feel like I'm an eggshell type thing, because I also don't want a guy to feel like he can't approach me, if that makes sense. But at the same time, some of you niggas do not need to approach me. Right. I don't want some of y'all approaching me either.
I agree.
I don't want that either. So
I agree.
It's a thin line, so
it's a very thin line.
Yeah, I hope
the line damn near don't exist. So
it's like, even if I don't, if I know I'm not trying to manifest at this point in my life this like fairy tale that I feel like some of us growing up like was taught, like this idea. Like I feel like we all have our own ideas of what our fairy tale is, if that makes sense. So even if it's like not a fairy tale, it's gonna be a hood classic for sure.
Yo, shut up. I cannot. Well, I think for me personally, I'm just not the type of girl to shoot my shot. I think it's not ladylike. I'm gonna be very, very, very honest.
Malone heard me and said, "Be a lady."
It's not ladylike. I feel like it's like, ooh, girl, you give a little desperate, like who gonna be the boys? No. Just because I just feel like, and call it what you want. It's just something.
It's just no finesse. Like
it's like, I'm sorry, but I'm just still very much so in the mind frame of like, I need to feel like you are attracted to me, and I need to make the decision if I'm attracted to you or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you're attracted to me. I know you want to get to know me. I know you want to date me, but I want the decision to be on me in the sense of like, oh, okay, well, I guess I can. I guess I can give you a chance. It's like, I need to know you putting that pressure on me. Like, I would throw up if I shot my shot and a nigga like rejected me, which I understand why niggas feel the way how they feel, but you got to get in the feel, honey. Like, this is what you got to do. I'm just supposed to be a dainty, cute, soft, delicate, you know what I'm saying? Like, beautiful being that you're just like, you're attracted to, and I just have the option of deciding if I want to deal with you or not. That's just how I feel, and that's just me. And maybe that's why, things just take the time in my dating life the way how they do, because I'm like, baby, I'm never gonna shoot my shot at you. You guys already know I'm never shooting my shot at the person that I have a crush at. So if we don't ever cross paths, it ain't never gonna happen, Captain. And I'm perfectly fine with that. But how I need it to happen is a man has to see me and be on that type of time, like be on that pressure, like, oh nah, like I can't lose you.
Yeah.
I will say though, one thing that so first I want to give context. I've never been like a hey, how you doing? I'm interested type of shooter. For me, it's always been like very subtle, like so that you'll know I'm interested and then you actually shoot the shot, if that makes sense. But
So
to
you lay the
me,
play out.
yeah. So I don't feel like I'm necessarily shooting. It's more so like I'm gonna let you know you can shoot and we can play a game.
I like that. And I feel like I've done that. Yeah.
But so I don't feel like it's like straight up shooting. But what I will say though is even in doing the subtle shit, sometimes you'll get rejected. And what doing that has made me really good with is rejection. Because not every nigga's interested. Like sometimes y'all flirt a lot and it don't be nothing. It just be flirting and that's that. And I think what the rejection has taught me, and it's funny because I literally just seen a tweet about this shit the other day and I was like, yes. But what it has taught me is that like over time you keep getting rejected by, even if it's not by men, by jobs, by opportunities that you thought were perfect for you, you eventually get so strong and with rejection that nothing shatters you. It's like, oh, you don't like me? Okay. And the next nigga will. Like, all right, well, I tried. Whoopie fucking do next. Because there's a lot of y'all niggas online. So it's not.
No, I agree with that. I don't think for me, it's not a thing of like being afraid of rejection like that. I know I said earlier I would throw up. I mean, I probably would. But honestly, it would still, of course, build character in me. But it's just a thing of like, nah, nigga, you supposed to
do it. Yeah.
You do the job and I'll let you know if you got the job or not. Put in your application. Okay? I'll let you know if you hired, nigga. Yeah. That's how it is for me.
No, seriously, and I agree, and I hate to even but even to take it there, like I'm not getting down on my knee.
Oh, girl. See, we was never talking about that.
You know,
listen,
that's a different kind of shooting a shot. Did you shooting bricks? You doing a lot of other shit. That's crazy.
Yeah, listen. But even in that context, though, you know, it's like that's the thing. It's like I don't want to shoot my shot, just like I wouldn't want to get down on one knee. You do that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's your job to open that door for that. Like I'm not like going out with my boys.
Can you imagine proposing to a man?
No, okay. I can never imagine.
I'm not Chrissy, and I love her, but she.
Oh, that was terrible TV. I tell you that.
That was terrible. It was too.
That was terrible TV.
Gut wrenching.
Gut wrenching.
There was never gonna nothing good was ever gonna come out of that.
I agree. Good. I just feel like if you gotta do all that nigga do not want you.
That is the thing.
He don't want you.
I think it's safe to say that a man knows exactly what he wants because we've seen niggas go above and beyond for the shit that they want. Yep. So, yeah, girl, it was been time to leave that, and that's what I'm talking about. You see how when you shoot your shot, you see what happens? No, be a lady. That nigga is showing you exactly how he feel about you.
Be a lady. You know, to that point though, the last thing I say on it is that's also what kind of made me make the pivot from like I'm not even gonna do the subtle shit either because these niggas know exactly what they want. You're like you're so right. So it's like if you are the man for me, I shouldn't even have to do all that because you should be so hard pressed on getting into my space that I shouldn't even have to give you subtle hints.
Hello. That's how I feel.
So
and I'm always live by that.
Yeah, okay. I feel that. I'm not doing that no more.
Not doing all that. We ain't posting on stories, all that. Nigga. See you in the field.
Thirst trap. What? Get the fuck out of here, nigga. I post a regular video footage of myself that I love. Like, I'm not doing that. And that's the thing. People need to understand. I'm never doing any of that shit. Like, I don't have to post none of that shit to get anything. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, no offense to the gals and the guys that do that, but it's not me. I don't have to do none of that shit. So I'm good. I'm good. Well, I think it's time for us to be responsible here on the Reasonable Dialogue.
Oh my God.
Responsible and reasonable.
You know what I'm saying? We do like to talk our shit, but we also got to talk about some real shit every now and then. And something real has occurred within this past week. Unfortunately, what's his name? Entertainer? No, podcaster.
Kirk Frost?
No, not that Kirk.
Oh.
Charlie Kirk. No offense, but yes, he is a very, well-known racist, transphobic, homophobic, misogynistic, and very bigotry, according to Nation, the magazine. I would have to agree just based off of the clips and the things that I've seen, but the story as it's been told to everyone who has ears and eyes and a social media account that Charlie Kirk was murdered recently at a Utah University speaking engagement. Now, although we will say here on the Reasonable Dialogue podcast, we are not in agreement with anyone personally being, killed. Of course, we just don't support killings of senseless, things of that nature. But we also can hold space for those that don't necessarily have empathy for this man, considering his track history and the things that he spewed during his living legacy, if you want to call it. So I just think it's important just to have that space for not only our personal community, but the Black community, especially because I feel like we're always guilted into having to hold space for people that truly and honestly hate us. And the beautiful religion of Christianity always gets thrown around. People love to throw parts of the Bible to try and gaslight you into feeling a way that, if you don't feel empathy, you don't feel sympathy, you are entitled to that. And you shouldn't be looked down upon for not feeling, feelings for somebody who really wouldn't feel anything for you. So for me personally, it's unfortunate that his life had to tragically end in that way, but it also is an example of words are powerful. There's power in life and death in the power of the tongue. So when you spew such hatred, you have to expect it to come back to you. Now, how it comes back to you, that's literally up to the man upstairs. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, I would say on the fence about how I feel, just because he did have a lot of hatred in this world towards a lot of people that were not, pure white blood Americans. And I think because of that, it's hard to just say, hey, we feel sorry for you, considering, his wife has coming out and deciding to take his place in some weird way. But at the end of the day, I just feel like we don't always have to have space for people that hate us. It doesn't make us bad as a people if we don't want to mourn somebody who really wouldn't even piss on us if we were on fire. So that's just my stance on it. It's unfortunate that the kids have to deal with this because hatred is taught first in the home. So you're going to be taught by your parents how to hate everyone else. And it's just a stupid cycle that continues to affect all of us as a people. So that's just my standpoint on this whole entire thing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, I fall under the category of Black people that don't have empathy, for him in particular. And I don't necessarily feel like it's unfortunate. I don't feel any way, if I have to be completely honest. I feel like, considering the things he said about Black people, Black women in particular, um, I would even feel like a Candace Owens. Some of the things that she's posted, like I get it, it's your friend, but like he said these
That's
things
her
about.
lover.
It's so crazy. It is so crazy.
It's crazy that he
It's a
said some of
scene
them
from
things
the
about
Django.
Black women, and this is your friend. How are you friends with somebody that feels that way about Black women publicly? Like, that's insane to me.
Well, it's easy when you don't identify as Black. You can't consider yourself a Black person. Your
How do you not
ideologies and
identify as
your,
Black though? Am I a white person? That sounds like that's literal fucking delusion. That don't even make sense.
internalized racism.
Child. Well,
Yeah.
God bless her too, because she that bitch is crazy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't feel anything. I personally, like, I'm not gonna lie, either the other thing too. I didn't necessarily know too much about who he was, because that's not something that that doesn't fall into my algorithm. So when I seen it is now when I'm learning everything, and in learning everything, it's like, oh, good riddance. Anyway, on to music.
Yeah.
So I don't know, and then I think the other thing too is like, I feel like what I can say is I'm glad it wasn't a Black person who murdered him.
Listen, but even to that point, sis, ain't it crazy that in the wake of all of that, at least 3 HBCU campuses had to go on lockdown. So even that tells you a unique story about America and its relationship with violence as it pertains to anything that has an underlining tone with white supremacy and, oh, who's the shooter and who's this. It's just like the fact that our communities and our campuses are, having to take extra measures when it's just like, you need to be looking at your own house. You know what I'm saying? Look at your own fridge. I forgot that saying, something like that. But
your own fridge is crazy.
It's just, no, seriously, it's interesting because I too, as Zion said, fall in that category of, us just really wanting to save our grace and love for the moments that matter. I'll say that. And it's not to say that, Gen Z and them being exposed to this is not serious or whatever, because there is a part of me that immediately thinks about Gen Z and how this is all being perceived to them, because right in the midst of that, there was another shooting that happened like at a high school, and it was just like, bam, bam, like wham, wham, thank you, ma'am.
A few shootings actually happened around that time.
And it's just like Gen Alpha is getting older too. Like my nephew is going to the 6th grade this year. He's 12. Like I pulled that little man out, and it's just like, I think about these things because I remember when we were growing up and when we first heard about Columbine, like I
Yes. Oh my
remember,
God. Scary ass time.
scary. I remember hearing about Columbine, Hurricane Katrina, 9/11, and all these events, and
the DC sniper,
the
all that
DC
crazy
sniper,
shit. Oh my
yes,
gosh.
seriously, Jenna 6, and I'm just always like, and I'm just using all these like interesting moments, and I'm always thinking like, how is Gen Alpha and Gen Z like and consuming this information, because this is it was a Gen Z shooter. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. Like, this is the young man that did the killing was like 20. Like, I have a brother that age.
22.
22. I got a brother that age.
Who also was representing all of the ideologies of their side. They're trying to say he was a leftist or whatever, but he was basically a cisgender white male who took the life of another cisgender white male with the same ideology. So it's just funny that even when you mention them trying to paint it on a Black person, the governor of Utah, they had a press conference about it, and he was literally like flabbergasted, at a loss for words, that it was not. And he even was like, it's so blatant racist that he was even saying it live on air. Like, we were hoping it was someone else. We were literally hoping he did not become one of our Aryan brothers. It was the craziest shit. It was the craziest shit. But man, this is the world we live in.
America has a problem. Like, that is literally that right
America
there.
has
Like,
a problem.
that is literally white supremacy at its finest. Right there. Like,
narcissism, lack of accountability.
Yes. Like,
all of the things.
all
Violence.
of the things.
Crazy time. But I mean, like I said before, I understand both sides of the coin of people who feel like, I don't give a fuck about this person who plainly didn't give a fuck about me and anybody else that looked like me or had any representation of me. And I do understand the empathetic side of people who are like, damn, it's fucked up that he got killed in that manner. Just because I am an empathetic person. Humanity comes first at the end of the day for me personally, and it's not to say that I'm on the side of him, because I'm gonna be honest, I could really give a fuck about him in the regards of the hatred that you spewed was just disgusting. You know what I'm saying? And I just think at that end, just to wrap it up for me personally, like, it's okay to not always have empathy for people that don't don't necessarily have empathy for you. And I think us Black, especially Black Americans, have been so brainwashed and convinced that the same people that cause us harm and violence and literally kill us, that we're always supposed to turn this second cheek because we're supposed to have this representation of Jesus. But I also like to remind people that Jesus didn't stand for a lot of this shit. Jesus was turning over these motherfucking tables. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we got to be open and honest to say, hey, I'm okay with not having a space for this person who clearly lived exactly and died by exactly what he believed in.
Okay, and too, Martin Luther King and Malcolm X were friends towards their later years. So let's stop throwing around Martin Luther King quotes too and using his family
Oh
as
yes, that was one
shield
of the
of.
things. Yes, for me, I think that what really kind of made me kind of like barf in my mouth was the fact that it was like, why y'all literally sitting here? But it just goes to show you how crazy MAGA is. Like, you guys have
They're insane. Insane.
you guys have only tuna casserole. Like, it is insane because you literally want to compare this man to fucking Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, making him a civil rights leader. The world, America has a problem.
To that point too, I think it's interesting how some of these like sports organizations are also posting condolences. Like, this is not like a
It's
political.
insane.
Yes, because this is not a political leader. This is not
Yes.
this is not a politician. This is just some nigga. No, this was not some nigga. This was some white man who, like, we not about. I'm not throwing that nigga word around.
We're not
lightly.
doing that for him. Yeah,
nah. This is some white man who was spewing hatred. So for y'all to even post him says a lot, in my opinion. And like, a lot of these organizations are supported by Black people. So it's like, what is these, like, what are they telling us?
And have Black players.
Right.
Literally. Black coaches.
So that's to me very problematic. It's very problematic. And I think the other thing too, kind of like in the vein of what you were talking about as far as just I don't know, the empathy, right? I wanted to come back to that. I feel like, and this is not to shit on anybody who has empathy, because I understand for a lot of people, humanity comes above all. But this is someone, like, when you're spewing this kind of hate, you are inciting violence.
Yes.
In one form or way. So it's like, I don't know if I could feel bad for that, because it's like, if he continued along this path, like, who knows what that could have transpired into.
Yep.
I mean, it already has manifested into violence, considering that the stats have said he has ties with the actual government, with our presidency, had a lot of influence in a lot of the red pill content that is being, absorbed by these Gen Z and even millennial, how you say millenniums and all these
millennials.
Yeah, there we go. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he has influence. So it's not like he's just some regular fucking podcaster that's just, having opinions on things. Like, his opinions hold fucking weight. And I think that's a conversation that people need to start having too. It's like, stop putting aside these platforms and just saying that they're, you know what I'm saying? Their platforms don't mean anything when they literally are controlling a certain demographic of people and influencing a certain demographic of people.
Thank you. So further on that point, I think I'm a little troubled by some of the I have empathy Black people who feel as though they need to go as far as putting out statements about why we should be empathetic towards this shit. You sound fucking crazy. You sound like
Dr. Umar.
Thank you, that one. I just feel like he did. Yeah. He put out a statement basically saying, essentially, we should be ashamed of ourselves.
King.
Yeah, like, because we should have empathy and this is unacceptable. Shut the fuck up. Like, shut the fuck up. You sound like a coon. The coon chip has been activated. Clearly. Like, because what the fuck are we talking about? Like, and my thing is with that type of shit, if you would have empathy, you can have empathy. And this is not me saying, I'm not shitting on anybody who has empathy. If you have empathy, then you have empathy and go your fine merry way. But we don't got to hear about that shit. Like, you don't get to tell people that they're wrong for not having empathy, because you do.
Literally, like, you ain't about to tell me I got a fucking, like, master to a fucking man. That's
exactly.
Black women don't even have the brain processing power to even
Right.
do certain things. Like, nah, your kids, grandkids can suck.
Exactly. So I guess that's kind of like on that tip where I kind of stand with the empathy conversation, because I've been seeing a couple of statements, and it's like, who the fuck do y'all think y'all are, and why are y'all caping for racist white people?
Performative.
Like, let's talk about that.
How do y'all feel about Black churches and their stance when it comes to that?
What has their stance been?
Well, some have been open to utilizing the Bible, of course, of saying,
Yeah.
we're all children under God, and although He has been spewing what He has been spewing, that He still believed in God and held God to a certain stature. So they're kind of utilizing that as a reason why we should be have empathy towards Him too.
Well, my take is we don't pray to the same God, so
hello,
y'all could keep that shit over there, unfortunately.
You know what else I think it is too? I think it also was a generational gap. I think this was one of the first times in a situation like this where we were able to see how wide the generational gap is between baby boomers to Gen Alpha, because the gap from seeing even see the Obamas, and I love the Obamas.
Oh yes, they came out with a statement,
but even came out with a statement, and it's just like the gap. I'm watching the Bidens, the Kamala, and everybody, and some of the Martin Luther King family members, some, not all, because Bernice ain't going for it.
She not.
She ain't going for it. But to see the gap compared to our response, and even some like Gen Z and Gen Alpha, it's like, wow. We have literally, not only lost a few plots, but we need to grow a few more gardens so we can be on the same. Because sheesh, and I don't think it helps that AI is in the mix. When you got the aunties on Facebook that's like recycling information that's not even true.
Well, you know what else the Lord said? He said there's a time to be silent and a time to speak. Being quiet can be a struggle, but it can also be a good virtue to have. Okay.
Respect. Respect.
There's that.
Yo, I cannot. Oh,
I'm here for it.
I just feel like, I don't know. I just feel like we don't need to know your stance on empathy. I'm sorry. You could just say less. I just feel like sometimes you could just say less.
The upside to that is knowing their stance on it.
I love
lets
that you said
you
that.
also know where they stand on things, and it's like, damn, are you really just a soft-hearted person, or are you brainwashed? You know what I'm saying? It's really those questions that you have to ask, because I don't know. It's just very weird to see some leaders of the community be able to put out a full statement of solidarity in it.
It's
Now,
really weird.
Obviously, we understand that killing is bad, but my God, he didn't give a damn about anything else.
My God. Well, to your point last week, everybody can't go. So
I mean, and everybody has their time. So, and this just is a beautiful, beautiful, once again, example of why you all should be very concerned about your digital blueprint, your character while you're living, because you can't honestly, truly redeem in death who you've been in life. So you might as well make sure that you're doing the best that you can.
Come
and
on,
that's just a lesson. I did hear that from a pastor, though. I'm not gonna lie, but I agree with what he said, because that shit is true. It's
that
like,
is true.
And that's why me personally, like, just for me to wrap this up, like, I stand 10 toes, monkey paw grip on the character that I am. Like, I'm gonna be integral. I'm gonna have morals. I'm going to do what is right. I'm never gonna stand for what is wrong. I'm gonna be fair. Like, treat people with kindness at all times. Janitor to the CEO all get the same attention and handshake. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really just be and I know people say being good is subjective, but I'm gonna be real. You just really gotta be a good person, and being a good person is a choice. I'm choosing to be good, not because I'm looking for the benefits of it, but because the benefits is to be good. That's it.
Okay. And being chosen, I will say, is something I've recently surrendered to because I know we all chosen here in this condo. You go be tested every day. If not
Yeah.
every day, it's going to be something. I've recently accepted that as a chosen person. I'm confident in that God has a light on me that is going to keep going. And when you see moments of darkness like this, I think it is a reminder to us to remember just like it's gonna be moments like that. But what can you do to keep that light bright?
I know what you could do. You could go to New York Fashion Week and stand outside and hope you can be seen.
Flawless transition. Flawless.
Okay.
Because listen,
Okay, that pass was whoosh.
everybody and their mama, once again, another year of a fashion show with no fashions, in the words of Dwight from the Real Housewives of New York. No, and I mean I'm not of Atlanta. But yeah, y'all, you already know it's that time, it's that season. People are in the Big Apple for New York Fashion Week. And of course, one sign that I seen that literally had me cracking up is I believe it was from a black queen who wrote on it, niggas is out here for other niggas. Niggas is out for New York Fashion Week for other niggas. So
I'm dead.
I
That's
know,
funny.
Jazz, you had some highlights that you wanted to mention about this season.
I did. I did. I'm so proud of her. And, speaking of blackness, I actually feel like a lot of us should strive to be a little bit more pro-black as the Puerto Rican princess. Miss Jocelyn Hernandez. I know I've been talking about Jocelyn a lot recently, but she honestly has become one of my most favorite people of 2025. And I don't really do favorites, but if we were to have like a 2025 list, she is on it. I'm very, very proud of her. And there's a video of her too where she's talking about like this is actually Jocelyn's first fashion week ever. And she was saying how like she feel like she never really ever got the credit she got for her fashions. And it brought a little tear to my eye seeing her like post and how she was out with the cool kids and things like that. Because listen, I'm all for a woman's redemption story, and her and someone else that was out at Fashion Week, I feel like just fit this mode of people that really like counted them out. And when I see where Jocelyn is now, like, and she's overcame a lot, she's open about some of her addictions and things, but seeing her out with the Love Island girls, who I want to shout out to for New York Fashion Week, because I feel like the Black Love Island girls, Serena, Shelly, Alandria specifically, have kind of brought a resurgence to New York Fashion Week that hasn't been there in a while. Not in a major, like, huge way, but I think in a minor way. Well, no, I ain't gonna say minor because these girls is doing their thing. I ain't even about to do them like that. No, they doing a big one. I think it's a resurgence that we haven't seen in a while, and it's made me excited to kind of see like some of the fashion week picks. So shout out to the Love Island girlies that are doing their thing. But yes, I loved seeing Jocelyn out with them. I love seeing her do her thing. And Milan, you had mentioned this, I want to say a couple of weeks ago. You had put Love and Hip Hop Atlanta on your set list. And I actually love that you did that because I feel like our culture sometimes talks about love and hip hop in a way where it's almost like we treat it like the cousin we don't want to talk about. But let's not get it twisted. At one point, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was peak reality TV and for the
It
culture.
sure
It
was.
was peak. And let's not forget either. Almost 5-6 years ago at the MTV TV Awards, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta won Best Reality TV Show. And even if we weren't watching it at the time, because we all know as a culture, we kind of stopped watching it around like 2016, whatever, once Jocelyn, and that whole Stevie thing left. But I find it interesting that when they won the award, and I'm getting to my point, there were a lot of people in the room that kind of like snuck at their noses up them. And most of them were white. It was the Jersey Shore cast. It was all those little white reality TV show casts. And I'll never forget like Scrappy, Mama D, and Bambi and them at the time being on stage and be like, yo, we didn't even think we were going to win.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, let's not act like Love and Hip Hop Atlanta ain't what it was. And even with it being on MTV, it's still one of their highest related shows. So I say all that to say, shout out to Jocelyn from going from that platform to where she is today and being in a space like the New York Fashion Week rooms and all of that. Cause I feel like aside from someone else, like I genuinely feel like Jocelyn is someone that actually came from like Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah.
The other one that I feel like people love to mention, she was popping way before Love and Hip Hop was a thing. But I feel like Jocelyn is actually a product of just like, no, she started on there and she was 23, she was stripping, she got discovered, and now she's in New York Fashion Week with the girls. So that's my report. Shout out to the Puerto Rican princess and you know the Love Island girls out there doing their thing. I love a redemption story.
Yes, shout out to definitely the Love Island girls are doing their big ones. I have not seen so much success from the black girls the way I've been seeing black girls winning since this show has aired, and the fact that they are getting all of their things from endorsements, partnerships, like
Mm-hmm.
literally, and love at the same time. I mean,
Yeah.
hello.
Hello.
That is super super beautiful. Although I will say, even though I have not watched the season, honestly, Shelly, you gonna have to let go Ace. Like he
I'm
stunk
trying.
up your whole campaign. He fucked up the flow of which I had going on by talking too damn much, being an attention whore. So he must go. And hey, I'm all for black love. Shout out to Serena and Cordell. Anyways, what else we got on this motherfucking docket? Cardi
What?
B. Wait, what you want to say?
You right on it, sis.
Okay, Cardi B. Marketing for I am the Am I the drama? Is that how you say it? Am I the
Yes.
drama? Now listen, if there's one thing I can always give is people their respect and their tens when it's due. And I must say, the fact that Cardi is tapping into who she very the I would say the essence of who she honestly has always been.
Yes. Yes.
She's reached back into that bag of social media gold, of personality, and just truly and honestly utilizing who she's always been to promote her songs and her music that she has going on. A lot of people who are new to this don't understand that Cardi B is social media. This is a big reason
Hello.
why anytime she was arguing and fighting on the timeline, it may have been annoying to y'all, but if you really knew Cardi B from the very first Instagram days where she was dating that nigga in jail and she would be
Yep.
outside, you know what I'm saying?
Literally,
Outside the
yes.
cell. You know, we talking about buck tooth Cardi B, fucked up like front grill. No offense, but that's the old Cardi B, like the
Yep.
beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like Cardi B from the Bronx. Like she's literally utilizing who she once was and is doing what I feel is some real guerrilla style marketing. And it is hilarious and it's down to earth. And I really believe she's going to be successful because number one, how she is already organically marketing her
Mm.
album by being present, having the meet and greets with the fans prior to the album even releasing. She also, from what I've seen, fans can order the album on DoorDash. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it's
Genius.
like the
Genius.
marketing to me, I'm gonna be honest. When I seen the video of her outside in New York selling the CDs on the street with the incense, I'm like,
The incense. Mm.
that is so New York fucking coded. I just wish she had somebody next to her selling her some bags and some jewelry that would have really
Man,
made the
the
scene.
Welch's fruit snack box with the fruit snack box with her with the Subway
Yes,
on
on
it
the train.
on the
Yes.
train. Genius. Genius. But again, to your point, like what we were saying in reference to Jocelyn, that's what I was talking about in the other one. I was waiting for the segue, but like Cardi B is a amazing example of like a major network needed her more than she needed them. I say that
Yes.
all the time. It's like she
Yes.
never needed, if anything, she saved Love and Hip Hop at that time
She
because she
did.
was so popping on socials. Like me and my little sister used to be cracking up at her videos. Like it was hilarious. And to see her take that energy through New York Fashion Week and even with her daughter, like, oh my God, like her mini me is so cute. And It's interesting to watch because I do feel like that 2016 era, like those 3 albums, her, Bryson, and SZA, like between Control, Trap Soul, and Invasion of Privacy, I feel like we haven't really seen like album momentum like at that magnitude since then. So to see what she can and what she's already building up to, I am obsessed.
Yeah.
I love it. It feels good, and I think it's a great example for. I want to be mindful too when I say this because not every artist can do this because Cardi
I
B is very
agree.
unique. Every artist can really not do what Cardi is doing, so I want to be very mindful. But I do think this is a great way to study like leeway time. Like she gave this album a minute for it to breathe and let you know, yo, this is coming, but I'm gonna take all this time to market it. And yeah, I think that it's a lesson there. But
I think
again,
there's a lesson too in the creativity of it. That's what I thought you were actually going to say. Like, I think when we talk about the industry being dead in the sense of like these teams don't know how to market music anymore, and it's like there's been a couple of good case studies, and we're getting one now with Cardi. Like y'all just got to get in the field and be a little bit more creative, learn the artist, and build a world around the artist, and not try to do the
world.
like stop trying to do the cookie cutter shit. Like, oh well, this works for everyone, so we're gonna do this too. Like, no, learn who the artist is.
Yep.
And build a campaign that makes sense for that artist and their personality in the way that a Cardi is doing. It wouldn't be the same exact play, but this marketing strategy is very specific to her personality. There's so many things you could do to make this music work. Y'all just have to use your brains.
Yes,
who
that's
was
it.
doing it really good up until these recent phone calls, but that's what I thought was brilliant with Mariah's. Like, it almost was like, yo, there's a mini little army world being built around this Heart Soul separately. Like, she has her troops, and then she has the toy soldiers. Like, it was brilliant. And then, whatever. But,
oh, we know why.
yeah, but no, that world building, I think, is to Yara's point, it's very, very important. And you got to be intentional with it because, like we just said, everybody can't be a Cardi. So I'm not expecting the rapper from Minnesota to be out on the subway right now. Nigga, nobody know you from Minnesota. Why'd you on the subway? Like that. That works for Cardi. She's a bodega baddie, like that works. But yeah, I think also too, 2 Chainz is a brilliant. It's so good at doing stuff like that. Like, shout out to 2 Chainz. I need a 2 Chainz album.
I love that. No, but listen, Cardi's definitely doing it. I really wish her the big success for this album. That's when it's supposed to be dropping, September 10th, I think.
This week. We get it this Friday. This Friday. Oh, wow.
September 19th. My bad. September 19th. So
let me get my set list ready. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm excited. Do you guys have any I guess specific anticipations of what you want to hear?
Oh, that's a good question. I actually really like this Bodega Baddie song she been sniffing. I ain't mad at it.
I just think it was a wrong timing.
I agree with you on that. Timing could have been, definitely different. I agree with that. I'm actually excited to see who is going to be potential features this time around because I feel like with Invasion of Privacy, like that was really interesting to see, like who would Cardi B work with, and since the time with Invasion of Privacy, you know what I'm saying? Like since Invasion of Privacy, she's dropped all these amazing dope singles, and she's built a rapport and built relationships with so many other people. So it's going to be interesting to see how she's grown artistically and who she believes like either matches that or she wants to kind of like collab with.
I agree with that. That's kind of where I'm at too.
I want to see it.
Because one of the things, like one of my critiques of hip hop over the last like 5 or 6 years has been I feel like it's kind of been plug and play with the features. And I feel like there's like 5 or 6 rappers where whenever an album comes out, it's going to be features from this group of artists. And it's like the same rotation of artists for every album. So I'm kind of hoping that we get something different with this. Like whether it be she's collaborating with women that she wants to pull up or even men that she wants to pull up.
Yeah.
Or just doing collaborations that are just not the most obvious ones.
I like that you said that too, because I feel like somebody said that, and I was like, that's a great point. I feel the same way. Like when the whole Young Thug thing happened, they were saying like, I actually feel like the silver lining to this is maybe it can shake up some of these features. I'm tired of seeing y'all niggas on the same project, and I'm like, no, that's facts. Little baby drop, you know exactly who about to be on there. You getting a Young
Yeah.
Thug feature. You about to get a Money Bag Yo drop. You about to get Janae on the hook somewhere. Like
It's very exhausting because it's just like it's not exciting.
at all.
It's not thought provoking. It's just like, okay, we've heard this collaboration 8 times in the last 6 months. Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And I I'm excited to see what she's going to put on the album, considering this new Cardi phase that she's in, being a newly single. Is she officially divorced? Who knows? I'm gonna just say she divorced. A divorced, woman. She's now a
Mm-hmm.
mother of 3. She's dating. You know what I'm saying? She's out here in these streets. So it's different things that she can talk about. The same familiarity in her first album, her vulnerability in that as well is
Yeah.
what really had us loving it the first time around. So I will be excited to see, some of the bops and some of the intentional songs that she is going to be crafting for this album. I'm not gonna lie, there has been nothing that has topped Be Careful for me when it comes to a Cardi B. I think that's one of her best song structures, her strongest songs. Um, it just really, really like showed her absolute vulnerability to me personally. So I would be excited to hear if there's another version because her and Offset was going through what they was going through at that
Mm.
time when that song came out. So now that we're in a new light, you know what I'm saying? Let's see what Miss Brimcess got for the street.
Princess, I love that. And I love that you tapped on that too because I feel like sometimes people underestimate or don't take in consideration that Cardi got a little range. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she can
Mm-hmm.
do different things. And I really love when Cardi is in her Get Up 10 bag. Like that's like my
Mm-hmm.
favorite like Cardi. And I don't know, I just love when all the rap girlies channel that Meek Mill intro energy. Like when they get in that bag. Um, and again, I just love a good redemption story. Like when I think about her and women like Jocelyn, it's just like it's inspiring to really see. So I'm excited to see those type of records she got on there. Like those, like I don't know, those are some of my favorite type bars. Like not only just like luxury rap bars, but somebody that like got it out the mud rap. Like I don't know what you call that. Like that got it out the mud. Like, but I'm here now. Victory rap.
Yeah.
Like
Victory rap is a perfect word for that.
yeah, like something like that victory lap rap. I love that type of shit. And I love when she's in that bag and she deserves it. Like, to be able to hand the next Grammy as a woman, somebody that won as a woman the best rap album, to be able to hand that to the next one and now you're about to drop an album, like she got a lot to say.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully
Hopefully.
it's hilarious.
But
Shout out to Nip Hustle too with that victory lap
Yes.
rap too. We
yes,
gotta give him his flowers.
for sure. But speaking of another rapper that has a lot to say, Young Thug.
Yo, these transitions are killing me.
Young
Stellar.
Thug,
She
Thugger
on it.
Thugger. My man's dropped a 4-page letter calling Aaliyah on us. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But Thug, you got to give it the fuck up. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm now we all know the the scandal that's been running the streets currently. Streets is dead. Streets been dead, but Streets is definitely dead. Thug being out of jail and all the jail leak calls that came out of him talking about everybody and their mama, including his girlfriend that he loves so much, Miss Mariah, the scientist. And now he decided to drop a not a diss record, I would say an apology record
Oh my
to the people
god.
that so the
Yeah.
people that he feels he's done wrong and spoken ill of, including Wham, goddamn Wham.
Okay, wait, I
He
have a
love him some
question.
Wham. He
Is the
love him some
Glorilla
Wham.
diss track, is that real?
I don't know. I got a question for that
I
too.
haven't seen any AI coming out with it, but it sounds just like her.
I'm trying to say, like, because if that's real, baby, that is on my set list.
Okay, whoop-de-doo. For real.
Whoop-de-doo. Okay. No, but yes, he dropped a new single called Miss My Dogs in a video, which, you know, is dedicated to all his dogs that he is currently missing because he has no accountability in his actions. Like,
Yo.
oh my God. I don't honestly, y'all, I don't have nothing to say about this. Cause
Either.
nigga, shut up. That's all I gotta say. Cause what the fuck are we even talking about? And I love me some Young Thug. You know what I'm saying? An old thugger. You know, I'm a stoner. I'm a stoner. I'm a stoner. Like I was there.
Hey,
I was
okay.
there. You get what I'm saying? We fuck up some commas. We fuck up some money. We
Oh
fuck up some commas. We fuck
God.
up some
Okay.
money. Like, come on. All right, we was there, but
Halftime. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, let's go. You know, but what we are experiencing currently is just, I think for a lot of us, if I could be honest, or I could just speak for myself, I think a lot of us are at the ages where we grew with y'all. So we're all surrounding similar, you know, ages, and maturity comes with age. We hope and we pray, you know, and the lack of it for me at this state of my personal life is like, I'm sorry, but niggas don't want to always hear about you talking about the same shit. Like I think you said that earlier,
Oh.
Jan. You know what I'm saying? Like mentioning the same features, the same shit. Like we know you're gonna fuck these bitches. We know you're gonna get this jewelry. We know you have these cars. Like we understand all of that. Like you went through a really crazy fucking time in your life where you could have been put up in jail forever. You know what I'm saying? And you beat a motherfucking Rico.
Talk
Like
about
you
it, nigga.
beat a Rico. You should have came out on your bulliest of bull. And when I say bullshit, I mean that in the goodest of ways. Like you should have had a plan, a strategic plan. And I'm gonna be real. I don't care what nobody say. Your plan should have included Gunna because Gunna is the only nigga that was making
Hello.
your ass money. You want to talk about loyalty?
Mm.
Loyalty's in the motherfucking funds, bitch. That nigga was making you money. Them motherfuckers wasn't making you a fucking red cent. That nigga was still making you money, and you disrespected him to his core. You even admitted that that nigga was not
Woo.
a street nigga, and you want him to be like you so bad. And I'm telling you, this is a bigger lesson that niggas need to understand. Like, this is not just about Young Thug. This is about the mentality of the arrested development men and women, unfortunately, that we have to deal with who are so stuck on these same old ass ideologies that no longer or never really had a place,
Mm.
but you've outgrown them. And it's like accountability is sexy. Being able to say, yo, I fucked up. You know what I'm saying? You out, you free. I fucked
Right.
up. I told niggas to say shit. I was in my feelings. I was hurt. Now, granted, he may have put that in a song, but the song to me, listening to it today, honestly, it gave just narcissism. And I know narcissism is a trigger word nowadays. Everybody calls everybody a narcissist thanks to the clock app. But in true form, when you are so like stuck on reminding people what you've done for them, you never done anything intentionally good for people. That's my whole stance. And that's the only thing that I received in listening to this single was it's me, woe is me, it happened to me, and I did all of this shit for all these niggas, and I'm sorry, but I'm sorry because I did all this shit for you niggas. Like, that's what it gave to me. And niggas don't want to hear that shit, bruh. I'm
Yeah, it's not
sorry.
genuine. It's not genuine. It don't come off genuine. And at that point, it's like, nigga, you ain't got to do nothing for me. Okay? Like, honestly. And I don't know. I got a question for y'all because it's something I've been grappling with recently is I really didn't see this being the end all be all for Young Thug. I really didn't see it.
I
I did
didn't
when
either.
I was listening to halftime and dripping and doing all those things, girl. I did not see this in the foresight.
I
I did
didn't.
not.
I
I did
didn't.
not. I did
We
not.
actually thought when he came out because there was some things going around when he didn't necessarily come out against Gunna as of yet. You get what I'm saying? So there was kind of
Yeah.
like speculation around that time, like, oh, maybe them niggas are cool. And you know, if Thug didn't mention, because he was letting everybody else just disrespect Gunna, he didn't even come out and say shit
Right.
yet. So it was the thing of, are these people just like jumping the gun because of this quote unquote street ethic kind of bullshit? But at the same time, it's like, does he really fuck with him? So my whole thought process was, okay, nigga, you be the Rico, you gonna come out and you gonna fucking do music with your fucking work husband, because let's be honest, that's your work husband. You, Drake, and Gunna and Baby, that's your work husbands. So, and Savage every now and then. You niggas come out.
I was just about to say Savage like Uncle Earl. He come out every now
You
and
know
then.
what I'm saying? Like, you come, you make your music, you talk about what happened and the transparency of it. You know, like, you dead the snitching shit because you're a snitch too, so you have to dead it. Like, hello, Logics. I don't know who's on these niggas' teams. Oh my God. But you fucked up. You fucked
You
up.
are fed up.
No, I am.
Oh
Because
my God.
when I listen to his
My
music
God.
now, it's like, you fucking bitch. Like, you didn't have to be this way. Like, you could have
Literally.
played it so player. You want to talk about being pushing P. You
Woo.
could have been pushing real P. Like, now
Gunna
you're
capital P,
fucking,
man. Woo.
like, now Gunna is out here looking fucking phenomenal, skin glowing, dreads is actually dreading.
And he
Like,
not even saying nothing about
He's
this
nothing.
not saying
shit. Like, he's not
nothing.
saying
That nigga isn't.
nothing.
That nigga isn't Under Armour's best commercial of all time. He isn't MTV's
Hello.
first ever VMA halftime performance. He don't got time. He don't got time.
Hello.
And his woman is beautiful. Shout
That's
out to him.
gorgeous. Gorgeous. I heard she's a nurse.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? She can help you. You know? She can help you. Like, you
Clock
thinking, you
it.
thinking in the future. You niggas are getting older. You need the women that's gonna identify when you're gonna have a stroke. You know what I'm saying?
God.
The lips is drooping. We gotta call 911. I know the signs. Like, you gotta be smart. Play your cards right, nigga. Like, this is why I'm at, you know what? Let me not, because I was gonna get in Mariah the Scientist's ass today too. But I decided I was, matter of fact, I am Mariah. The fuck going on, girl? You need to leave that nigga alone. He done embarrass you so, like, I'm sorry,
Didn't he
but
perform with her recently? I think
barely.
he performed after her. I think after everything came out with the cheating shit, she brought him on stage to perform "Burning Blue." I think.
God, no, my
Yeah, I
God.
was like, what is happening?
She got chicken pox fever.
Mm.
I don't know what the fuck is going on. She got a disease that got her fucking dumb.
His dick must be different because I don't see it. I'm
Oh
not
I
gonna
don't
my
be think I
lie.
God.
don't let me tell you something. I don't be thinking dick be nothing. I'm telling you. It be the brain disease of some of these women who really just be like, you convince yourself that this nigga was your world. And because you framed him as being your world, you don't know how to operate outside of anything that
Ooh.
don't circulate this nigga. So now everything he do, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it really be. Cause I be like, yo, do you not think your pussy not good? Like, what the fuck be wrong with y'all? Like, y'all be so digmatized over niggas, and it's like, yo, do you not think your cat is not good? Like, is this not hypnotizing? The fuck? You out here going buku bonkers for dick. Like, your shit not hitting. Like, that is crazy to me.
That is no, she's right. She's
That's
right.
Yo,
That's
crazy.
not P. She's right.
That is crazy to me. Like, I would never have a nigga thinking I would go cuckoo for cocoa dick. Are you nuts? No. I'm done.
so many quotables.
I'm done. Anyways, y'all. Anyways, let's move along.
Couple bars.
Couple bars. Speaking about bars, the Clips perform it's 3 for 3 now. Nah, the Clips
He's right.
I thought you didn't shoot shots, bitch. What you talking about?
What did y'all bring up in the condo today? What is in y'all weed that I don't know about?
That was A1, y'all. A1. Swish. Wow.
Literally.
Wow.
I need that pack.
I need that. That's that good. Okay. Listen. But yes, the Clips is on a historical run, y'all. Generational run.
Generational one.
Put these niggas in the definition. Put these niggas in the fucking in the dictionary next to that word. Because to be honest with y'all, to perform at the Vatican, it was for the Grace the World concert, so I'm assuming it's like some charity, benefit concert. It was the Clips. Adam Blackstone, who is like the industry's musical director, he directs everybody's musical piece, like super fucking legendary. John Legend, they performed the song. What's the name of the song they performed, y'all? I forgot.
Good question.
Oh.
Let's look it up.
It's the very first one. Birds Don't Sing. The ones that they talk about their parents. Because I seen somebody mention.
Yeah, it is called The Birds Don't Sing. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen somebody mention that their father was a pastor. So the full circle of, I guess, performing at the Vatican. The Vatican is like church shit, right?
Is it where the Pope? Something with the Pope or something?
I believe so.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know it's a huge moment in history, like global history.
Yes.
So phenomenal move for hip hop.
Okay.
It's the center of the Roman Catholic Church, ruled by the Pope. Yes.
Boom.
So that's fire. I mean, and legendary performance.
Mm-hmm. And I think too, like this kind of solidifies them, in my opinion, for either hip hop album of the year or album of the year.
Oh, facts. It's between.
It's kind of undeniable.
They definitely, I feel like, should get both. Like, I feel like they should get hip hop and album of the year nominations. But
I agree.
For hip hop too, and for me, if it ain't Clips, it's Gunna. That's how I'm feeling right now. The way Gunna is on the impressive, yes, from rollout to the integrity to the consistency. Like I got, and what I love about this Gunna album specifically, it being the last one, because I think it's a hint at it being the last project on YSL 2. It's the growth. Like when you listen to this album over and it really gets better. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't catch that time. Wait, it's
I
amazing.
agree.
It really
so daily
is.
now.
Yeah.
And considering what's happened behind it, it makes you want to listen to it more.
It does. No, literally, Milan, I was going to say that. Like, when everything's going on, it's like, wait, you know what? Get them niggas again. Let me play Endless. Get them again.
Let me play Endless.
Get him again. So for real, like he's really telling the story. Like he's
trying to tell you. That's why I picked the song.
That's I love listening to somebody. My bad. Now I'm going in. I love listening to The Anointed. I love when I can feel it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know when you can listen to somebody and know, like, oh, God was in that studio.
Yeah,
like,
I feel that.
It's a couple tracks on there where, like, even the interludes or the girl speaking, I'm like, oh, he knew it. He had his dates. He said, what? God, they said, what? Oh, let me show him who I am.
I think it's dope how many black women are on his team too. Like,
yes,
and he be showing love to them all
Shout
the
out
time.
to them too. They're dope. Yeah.
Shout out to Ebbs, his manager. Ebbs the boss. But yeah, shout out to black women.
We gotta get her on here one day.
For sure. Yeah.
We do. We can do it. Hey girl.
Because I think her story is important too, considering she is his manager during that whole entire thing that happened, and then having to, like, basically rebuild the pieces with your artist. I think that's a very important story to be told, especially being a woman in that position. So shout out to S. We're gonna have to hit you up, sister, see if you available.
I think too there's something to be said about his silence and all of this, and having black women on his team, because that, to me, that is a very black woman tactic. Like, oh, nigga, you ain't getting a fucking peep. I'm gonna let you look like a clown by yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm curious where that strategy comes from, because I would not be surprised if a lot of that is being influenced by the black women around him.
Yeah. Silence is golden.
And that is not a concept that men understand.
At all. They
clearly.
Talk about women are chatty patties. Y'all are the real Gossip Girls.
Okay. Period.
Messy
Shout out to
Betsy.
Gossip Girl because that was one of my shows.
I gotta tap into it. I heard it was a really good show.
It's an amazing show. I watched it like 8 times.
I'm gonna put that on one of my watch lists for tour while I'm traveling. For sure. But anyways, y'all, congratulations to Jeezy though. Just to wrap up some of this music news that we got going on. Jeezy, he's bringing his TM 101 Thug Motivation project as a residency in Las Vegas for a 2-part Las Vegas residency with a 101 piece live orchestra and a new project with DJ Drama called Still Snowing at Planet Hollywood Resort and Casino starting October 21st and November 1st for the first part, and then the second part you can catch it December 19th and the 21st. So shout out to Jeezy. He's been doing good with his tour that he's I believe he's on, where he's just performing all of his classic drug music behind an orchestra. Behind an orchestra, which is really dope. The evolution of rap to be in these spaces. I believe Nas has done it before. I forgot what other rapper. Was it Lil Wayne did? Did Lil Wayne do? I think Gucci Mane. Gucci Mane was also one of the ones who did something like that recently. Well, not recently, but probably like a year or two ago in Atlanta, from what I remember. So yeah, I love the fact that the drug dealing music is making its rounds in this way, and it has a special place in hip hop. Like
it does.
I know hip hop has a different sectors. We have different doors. You know what I'm saying? Different shit that makes hip hop. So for me personally, drug music and things like this definitely fall in that category of hip hop. So I love that he's able to be on his grown man, and his concerts require people to come out in like black tie attire. We're not talking about like business casual, okay? You're not looking like Neo. You coming out actually like dressed to the nines.
Gosh.
Okay.
Like you're going
Great
to a
Gatsby.
gala. Great Gatsby, yes, honey. Yes.
Yeah, I love that he got DJ Drama with him too, because they really do make phenomenal music together. Like I still listen to the Snowfall mixtape that they put out. Like it is so good because, like we were saying earlier, like that. We think we was calling like victory lap music. Like, guess in some sector they call it trap music. Like I listen to that type of music like daily. Like I'm not like if the nigga piss me off, I'm not sliding down walls putting on Summer Walker. I need to put on that Millionaire by Rick Ross. I need to put on Teflon Don. Like, turn it up.
I feel that though. I really, really feel that. I
Niggas
really,
be
really
waiting.
do.
Oh, she gonna post a Mary. No. We listening to the Gucci Mane over here.
Oh my God.
I'm crying. Oh man. Well, guys, what else do we have on this beautiful docket?
Oh my God. What do we have? Well.
Oh, the Emmys are definitely on tonight. Well, this episode will be dropping on Tuesday. So from then, you will know that the 2025 Emmys were aired on Sunday. And Tramell Tillman, is that how you say his name? Forgive me for butchering it. But the actor from Severance has won his very first Emmy for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. This makes him the very first Black man to ever win the award in the 77 years of this godforsaken award show. And I think that is crazy because it's like, God damn, again? Another
that is
first?
crazy. It's interesting because shout out to him because I actually did see that episode. I think I know what episode he got it for, and
Where he was playing the trumpet or the band shit or whatever.
Yeah, that one and that was the finale, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I never watched the series, but I've seen clips about it.
Yeah, I've seen like 2 episodes because I had some friends that were really into Severance.
Y'all didn't see Severance?
No.
Yeah, I didn't see it from the tippy, but I saw like a couple episodes, like, and I get it. I can understand why
it's on my watch list.
Yeah, Severance was a very phenomenal and captivating show. I think the writers did a really great job of creating a storyline that always kept you on the edge of your seat. But the crazy part is like the overall concept. If you just hear what the concept of the show is, like you would assume it's boring as shit. And like I think we talked about it on an earlier episode where people describe it as like niggas running around an office, and it's like,
Yeah.
on a basic tip, yeah, but it's not. It's so like I don't know. It's so layered, and I think what made it a really phenomenal show for me was the fact that everything that was happening in this show was so futuristic, but felt very, this could be happening right now under our noses.
Yes, yes, that's what caught my attention as well. That and just that there's so many different juxtapositions within Severance, like as it relates to like work culture and stuff that I feel
Yes.
like, yeah, that's really eye opening too. I do. It's just so crazy, man. Yo, America really does have a problem. The fact that he is the first Black man to win that is insane. That is insane. Like best supporting actor in a drama series, and as my mama would say, "Woo, look at God." No, he deserved that. He
He
deserved that.
did deserve that.
He
He
really did.
absolutely
He
did.
really did. Like,
Because his character is so good that I cannot stand seeing his face. I'm not gonna lie.
He's one of those.
He's
yes,
one of
he really is.
those. Yeah.
Well,
So shout out
congratulations
to
to
him.
him.
Yeah, congrats.
Also, Seth Rogen, he won
I love Seth Rogen.
for outstanding actor in a comedy series for The Studio, which is definitely going to be something that I have on my watch list to also watch. Outstanding reality competition program for Traders was the winner. So I'm wondering, because Phaedra Park was also, attending the red carpet for the
She
Emmys.
was.
Does this make her an Emmy winner for being a part of the show now? Do she got one up on Candy Coated Nights? I don't know.
Well, she did tell our girl Angela. Her and Angela are having a cute little banter kiki online about her being in rooms that she's not in. So she's like, "How about these rooms?" But I thought that was cute that they did a little cute little banter online. But they're cool. But wait, to go back to that point about Seth Rogen, though.
Yes.
I find it interesting because I really do enjoy Seth Rogen. You know what I'm saying? Like he could try some of my potato salad. If there was an event. I'm not really big on inviting everybody to the cookout, but it's like you can have some pound cake. Like, Seth Rogen definitely can.
He's gonna bring great weed. So he definitely,
We can he can sit at the space table for sure. My bad, Seth. But what's crazy to me
not my
is
bad.
that
He a white man.
I know, but like it's interesting to me that somebody like Seth is even accepting his first Emmy ever. But at the same time, again, when I think about, it's just me, when I think about Seth Rogen and how he has aligned himself over the last years, because we know like comedy is political as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yep.
I find it interesting that he is also getting his first ever Emmy, but it's also not surprising when I think about Seth. So shout out to Seth. You deserve that. And shout out to you for being a real one, always, through and through.
I hope so. I never want to give white people too much.
Oh, God.
I hope so. For real. But SNL, they actually won with their anniversary special for Outstanding Variety Special Live, which was going up against Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance and Beyonce's what was it for the Christmas
the Cowboy
Bowl?
Carter's Bowl. I mean,
yeah.
I think one of the performances should have won. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. I guess because SNL is super white, all of the white,
beautiful
the
gowns,
white heavyweights,
beautiful gowns.
Yes, beautiful motherfucking gowns. But she did, however, win an Emmy for costume design for the Netflix special, according to the statistics for the Beyonce Bowl. So shout out to her for still being an Emmy winner. Okay, I know that's right. And last but not least, gotta give Dochi's choreographer, Robbie Blue, his tens. He won choreography for variety or reality programming for the 67th annual Grammy performance that Dochi performed at. So shout out to the gang, being a part of this milestone because, Robbie did choreograph all of the show for us and we were a part of that. So shout out to him and his creativity. Shout out to Dochi and shout out to us. You know what I'm saying?
And y'all ate that down for sure.
Listen, one of my favorite performances ever of life. You can never tell me nothing because of that performance. Like, what? I was on the Grammys. Get out my face.
No, seriously, no bias.
Please.
No bias. That is one of the best Grammy hip hop performance since the Swagger Like Us performance with all the I say
Ooh.
it all the time. It really was. We have not seen a Grammy performance like a hip hop one since. And it's no shade to even Kendrick either, because even between that time, Kendrick has done some dope Grammy performance too. But we want to talk about impact, precision, movement, everything. Not since the Swagger Like Us ones. Like I remember jumping up out of my seat watching them perform Swagger Like Us. That shit was so beautiful. Like,
Oh, I love that.
so yeah, girl, y'all legacy for sure.
Thank you. And we also had, the big mighty Hova giving us a standing ovation.
Yes, not big mighty Hova. Who?
Ho! Yes, yes. Okay, so I guess we could, wrap up with some sports updates for you all. So all of my, sexy daddies out there with the hitting parlays, holla at your girl. Terrence Crawford, he defeated Canola. How you say his name? Canoli Alvarez.
Noli.
He
Isn't it? I think
defeated
it's Canelo.
Canelo.
Yeah.
Okay, Canelo Alvarez in a unanimous decision for the undisputed middleweight title of the world. So shout out to Terrence Crawford. They have that line where Kendrick says he's Terrence something and he's Terrence Crawford. He's whooping feet. Well, that's what Terrence Crawford did tonight. He was whooping
I
feet.
saw a bunch of them tweets too. That's hilarious.
They was that is calling him Kendrick Lamar, which was hilarious in itself. But shout out to him, a black man winning the title. And, his story is very inspiring as well. I think a lot of these stories are always, very tragic, humble beginnings to, victory. So shout out to him winning. And also the NBA playoff season is starting now. I heard that because of the popularity, a lot of the day ones are being priced out. Shout out to my good friend Deidre. She is one of the Liberty's standing fans, supporters, and unfortunately, because of the raising of the pricing for tickets and everything due to the popularity, but of course capitalism, a lot of the day ones are being priced out of their season tickets and their seats that they're used to getting. Congratulations to the WNBA. I hope y'all getting some of that coin. You know what I'm saying? But it just shows the growth of the WNBA and how much of the support that they have been receiving over the years, which is really good to hear. But it's also sad for, the day one fans to have to fight against capitalism in that way. But they definitely do have their playoff season going. Do you guys have any favorite NBA, WNBA teams?
Well, I will say my favorite team is actually coming back. The Cleveland Rockets. Shout out to
Okay.
us. Yes, the Cleveland Rockets are coming back. That was actually my first field trip as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the first places I ever went for as a field trip. It was that. They used to perform. I mean, they used to play at the Gund Arena,
Mm-hmm.
and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame down in Cleveland. So I'm
Okay.
really excited because they are coming back. It was announced, I think, at the beginning of the year, that the WNBA has acquired a couple teams that they're reviving, and Cleveland did make the list. So Cleveland Rockers, yeah,
Shout out to y'all.
I don't
yeah.
I'm
necessarily
just
have a team. I would just be a New York Liberty fan just because I'm New York adjacent in Jersey. I don't really
I'm a
watch.
fan of New York Liberty too. I love those girls.
yeah.
Yeah.
I love
It's
those
just
girls.
wherever I'm at. So New
Right,
York, I'm the
literally.
Liberty, and Atlanta, I am. I believe it's the Atlanta Sparks girl.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
my team.
I like the LA Sparks too.
Oh,
Went to my first.
LA.
Yeah, I went to my first LA Sparks game ever.
No, the Atlanta
Oh,
Sparks.
my bad. It's
I thought
wait,
it was
they
LA.
both Sparks?
Oh no, Atlanta Dream. I'm sorry, Atlanta Dream. My bad. You see, I'm still learning, y'all. My bad. My bad.
I said they both was two Sparks, but that's so funny. But yeah, I got this experience the LA Sparks for the first time. I think it was that 2023 or 4. And yeah,
Hmm.
so yeah, I'm a fan of them too. I'm a fan of the girls. Oh,
Yes, I'm a fan of the girls. Okay, the girls. That's it. What's her name?
yeah,
Asia.
Asia.
Asia
Asia
Wilson.
Wilson.
Asia
Yeah,
Wilson.
Vegas. I think she in Vegas. Yeah, we in there too.
Mm.
Whatever team she on, I'm a fan.
A
And what's that?
Okay.
jaw.
What's the
Ja.
other girl? I forgot what team she. The Paige Buckers. I think that's her name.
I don't know, but shout out to her. Shout out to Angel Reese. You know. Oh yes, Paige, the white girl, the one that's
The
better
white
than the
girl
other girl, the
Paige.
white girl.
The Paige.
Yes.
Paige.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Paige,
shout out to
we
that
see
white
you.
girl. We see you,
Yo, you are
girl.
so funny.
We see you.
We see you. So we need jersey dresses. We all like
Oh, yes.
we need jersey dresses of the WNBA, our favorite team. So yeah, that's fire. That's fire. Anyway, shout out to the girls. Shout out to us, the girls. Shout out to the girls worldwide. But anyways, y'all, it is finally time. It is about that time for our very, very,
Hey.
very favorite segment of the Reasonable Dialogue podcast. You already know the vibes. It is the set list.
I love that.
Yes, the set list where we give you guys our personal set list of music, film, restaurants, things that we just enjoy basically, okay? That being said, this week I'm not going to go first.
Okay.
But Jan, I know you would always love to go first, so take it
Yeah.
away.
So this week on my set list, Jalen and Ganda, I think I'm saying his last name right, released a single called All About Me. He actually has like a very throwback Motown sound. So this new song is kind of interesting because it also has a reggae flair on top of that Motown sound that he has. Really dope song. Amy Blue is a new signing to Def Jam. She released a colors version of her new single called Legs. I actually prefer the colors version over the original, but she's kind of like an indie alternative artist. Fits a little bit in all R&B space, but I'm pretty sure her team is trying to put her more so in the rock alternative space, which is actually kind of interesting. She's from the UK, amazing voice. So I'm interested in seeing where that goes. Audio Oasis returns with a new single called Silver Lining. For those who know, I'm a huge Audio Oasis fan. She has an amazing sound. I don't think she really gets her flowers in the way that I think she should, but definitely check that out. Four Bats and Leon Thomas. The album isn't on my set list. I feel like somebody else might have it, but I'm definitely gonna put She Ain't No Angel on my set list. Really, really love that song. It's been in rotation for me pretty heavily. It's actually interesting because if I'm gonna be completely honest, Four Bats is not really. I'm not his demo. I'll just put it that way.
I feel that.
I'm not his demo, but he has a couple songs where it's like, okay, I can fuck with this. I see why the YNs like him. And that song in particular with Leon Thomas, I really, really like. So shout out to him. Throwback, but Dom Kennedy's 96 Chris is also on my set list.
Yo, oh my God. Sorry, really love this.
I love Dom Kennedy. So some more Tatiana lore. There's not a Dom Kennedy concert that Tatiana has not been to. Okay, so Dom Kennedy's #1 fan over here. Thank you very much.
Love that.
Stonebwoy, he's actually the homie. He released a new EP called The Torture. Shout out to him. He actually gave Pandora an exclusive video clip that I'm very grateful and appreciative for. He always holds me down. So make sure y'all get into that. Glorilla's Brianna diss track is definitely on my set list. A couple more. The woman I was talking about earlier, the nail tech, her name is on Instagram, Neek Nailed It. You'll see how that's spelled out on the set list graphic, but shout out to her. She's from Wichita, I think is how you say it. So that again, that's the woman who looked out her client who could not afford to get her nails done this week. So shout out to her. Shout out to the girls who are girls.
Love that story.
Real bitch is real bitch. Love her.
Hey.
Period. I also watched this week this movie called First Wives Club. With Diane Keaton. Never seen that movie before. Don't know how I went so long without seeing it. It's basically like the white woman's waiting to excel. It was so funny. 10 out of 10, highly recommend. I'll just say that. And
Diane Keaton in it was automatically a great movie.
It was so good. I'm just like, yo. And then like there was one at the beginning. I won't give too much away, but even she is like this super famous white actress. I can't remember her name, but like they killed her off within 2 minutes. So like just to say how good the actresses are on this film, like one of the biggest stars got killed off in 2 minutes. But great movie. And it's from the 90s too. So it was like, if you like throwback films, definitely check that out. It's free on Tubi or Pluto, I think. And then lastly, Raw Form is the new series I was talking about earlier. So that launches on Tuesday. It'll be out at 3:00. So make sure y'all listen to that listening experience and tap in. And that's my set list.
Hey, that was nice. That was nice. I'm going to go after and follow up on my sis because she was right. I actually got the album on my set list for Bates. But for Bats. I'm sorry.
I'm about to say what?
I'm
Say
sorry. I don't
that
know.
again.
I My bad. My bad, YNs and YNets. My bad. My bad. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Like they said, we're not the target audience. You know,
Okay.
we not your little niggas. But no,
We not your little niggas.
but no, I too was not a part of the core audience. However, I stumbled upon the album. Something told me just press play. um, I love it. I was like, wow, I did not expect some of these sounds. Um, I will say there are a couple records where I'm just like, okay, I see where you were going there. It didn't hit, but I see where you were going. Like, it's very like if someone, that was born in 2000 listened to like Pretty Ricky Blue Stars album was like, oh, I want to try to create something like that. Like, it's giving a little bit of that to me with also a little bit of inspiration from like the 90s and the 80s. But like, I will say this is kind of like the first Gen Z, Gen Alpha album record that reminded me of anything related to like Blue Stars, Pretty Ricky. So I'll give it to him on that, but like still shining. And yeah, I'm all for Black Boy Joy too. So I love that. I love that it's Maxo Cream features on here. I love that he got Anicia. Did I pronounce that right? That's how you say her name. I love that her voice is
Yeah.
kind of floating throughout as the girl. He's saying, I love you too. And I don't know. I think what I like, at least from the project, and why I'm so shocked is like, it don't feel toxic. Like, it didn't really feel like when you put on like, and it's no shade to Brent Faiyaz. Brent Faiyaz got some records too, but like sometimes when I put on like a Brent album, I just feel like I'm listening to toxic nigga shit. I didn't get that from this project. I got kind of like fun, lovey, sensual, horny little nigga shit, but it's still like some love shit, But hey, still shining this out there. D Smoking Lucky Day, that Frequency single. Yes, I think Jan, you mentioned that before. I am clocking my fingers
Mm-hmm.
together. Yes, yes. Smoked one to that. Smoked one to that. That is a joint right there. That is a lovely record. So I like that. The TikTok YNs and girlies have this sound that they've gotten me hip to. It's actually a rock song that came out like 2 years ago by like Pierce the Veil. I think I'm saying it right, but the song is called So Far So Fake, but it's a dope song. But it's been one of my songs that I've been playing recently. So that's on my set list. Secondly, on my set list, because there is dark out there, but there is also light. I know we talk about a lot of the dark streamers and what's going on, but I want to shout out Casanat and what he doing with Mafiathon 3. Mafiathon 3 is going on the set list. He has had Ice Cube come through, Tisha Campbell, Wiz, Kalani has come through, and I think he's
Mm-hmm.
had Joe Jonas, Mariah Carey, and to see what Casanat is doing with a Twitch platform, just a digital platform in general, I think is very phenomenal. He could be doing something completely different, and to not only see that he's doing it, but that he's bringing his friends along with him, I think is very, very inspiring. Like, one of his friends was on the set, damn near in tears, because his dad called and was like, "Yo, my son is on a stream with Snoop." And for him, that was kind of like a big deal. But I think what Casanat is doing is really unique. So shout out to him. Mafiathon 3, tap in, subscribe. What's also my set list is this Fear of God times MLB baseball picture day campaign by Jerry Lorenzo. I think it's freaking fire. I love the cities they've chosen. I feel like the Midwest is always underrepresented when it comes to things like this. So the fact that he's like specifically like really gotten like some Midwest teams to highlight with various black people like Lauren London and just other dope creators like Kyle Maddock. It's super dope. Like the campaign, they've done pictures with like the New York Yankees. That's just one group. St. Louis is another team, and Chicago. But yeah, it's just super, super dope. I love what like these new photographers are doing with like images and stuff like that. So it's a really dope campaign. Shout out to my really good friend, my really good sis, like one of my girlies since college, since back in the day. Aubryon, it's her birthday. So I'm also throwing Jocelyn Hernandez. Do it like a show day on the set list. You know, I've been in my Jocelyn bag. I love seeing Jocelyn records pop up. So I'm adding Do It Like It's Your B-Day on the set list. And happy birthday to Aubryon. Nina Lee released Black Girl Day Off. It's a short film that's on YouTube. And it's really dope. I'm all for the girlies that are
Oh
doing short
yes, I
films.
have to see that.
Yes, yes, yes. It's really, really dope. And I love the colors. Like the colors are so pop. It's very like a neon. It's super dope. So shout out to that. And I mentioned this before, but it's actually like episodic type series, episode type thing, the Magic City documentary. The Magic City documentary is really, really dope. Shout out to all the Black women that are part of this documentary, because I feel like with subject matter like this, it could get a little tricky when we're discussing like, Black women strippers and being in the space where men can sometimes, like not always be the most appropriate. But to have Black women from Spelman and, other walks of life also be a kind of part of this conversation, I think it's really dope, because I feel like sometimes we give too much power to men when it comes to, the stripper world and things like that, as if women don't have agency, like as if women don't have the right to choose to be exotic or be, like a fantasy to their choice. So it's a really dope documentary. So shout out to the Black writers and the women who are making sure their voice is heard through that narrative. And yes, that's my set list. I'm done.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna put my set list out there. I've been listening to Earl Sweatshirt. He recently
Ooh.
dropped a project. Let me get the name of it. But Tourmaline is one of the songs that really stood out to me personally when it comes to his project. I wasn't a really big Earl Sweatshirt fan, if I'm gonna be honest. Oh, the album is called Live, Laugh, Love. So among that, I did like a few of those songs, but Tourmaline was one of the ones, and Cristo was one of the ones that really stood out to me. So shout out to the project. Tia Corinne and Jid, they dropped a single called Backyard. Tia Corinne, personally speaking, I absolutely love her voice. I love that she definitely has different range with her voice too. She does like, the little baby voice, so she gets like super aggressive. But I really love her. I think she's super fun, cute, bubbly. And she dropped a song with Jid. Jid definitely is one of my newest favorite rappers, I must say. I wasn't a big Jid fan, and not because I don't like his music, but I never really listened to his music. But his last project got me listening to, his older body of works. And I do think he is a phenomenal rapper and definitely deserves his flowers. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Jid. Four Bats, I'm also going to put his album on my set list this week. I did listen to it today, and I thought it was a really cute R&B vibe, to be completely honest. I feel like he is gravitating more towards like that old school 90s feel, which I mean, everybody and their mama is getting a piece of nostalgia nowadays. If not, that's what we are doing in the industry. But for him, it works. And I do like that he's not utilizing that whole auto-tuney, baby deformed voice that he usually uses, that became like a super trend in music or whatever. But I like that his direction is where it is, and I would have to agree with you, Jazz. It's not like your typical toxic fuck nigga R&B. It's like he's in a new space. He's in love. Shout out to him and his new wife, Anicia, I believe is how you say her full name. But they did get married recently, so shout out to them. I thought it was a publicity stunt, or more so for a video, not a publicity stunt. Let me take that back, but more so like for a video. But it is something that they actually did. They really did get married because they are in love. So his music is reflecting that, and I appreciate that. So shout out to them. Madison Wren Ward, if I'm saying her name correct, I do apologize. Rayanne, I think it's Madison Rayanne Ward. She's a gospel singer. She dropped a new single called Don't Stress. It is not your typical gospel music. It is definitely modern gospel music, something that is more, I say, quote unquote, digestible for those that are not, from the church. I love me a good, bright, gospel from the spirit of the Holy Spirit, you know what I'm saying, song. But I'm not opposed to the modern day gospel songs if they got a cute groove and a beat to it. And she definitely has some really dope gospel music that I definitely appreciate. Duckworth, he dropped a single called Wild Out, which I definitely appreciate. Little Sims, Don't Leave Too Soon, that single's cinematic music. I absolutely love the instrumentation in that. So shout out to the UK artist Little Sims. Artist by the name of Reggie. He dropped a single called Congrats that I listened on my release radar today, which was something that I definitely enjoyed. Suave, I believe is how you say his name. All I Do, I love that single. I recently listened to it and I was like, oh my gosh, such a cute single. My girl Mona Leo, put you down. Okay, I love Mona Leo. I think she doesn't get enough flowers that she deserves. And she's also another bride to be, if she didn't already get married, but she's on the path of getting married to her soon to be husband, Stunna 400 or whatever, one of these, increments of numbers that these kids call themselves. Yeah, she's supposed to be getting married as well, but she's one of my favorite artists. She is from Texas. She definitely can rap her ass off. Pretty girl with some dangerous bars, I like to call it. And I just absolutely love her vibe. I love the fact that she's transparent about her journey and just everything about Mona Leo. And she needs to come out with her own makeup line because she knows how to beat her face down. Okay. So that being said, Mona Leo, Put You Down. I definitely like that single. And Otis Kane and Aaron Childs, I'll Never Say So. Such a beautiful single that I heard on my release radar as well. So shout out to my release radar putting me on to some fly music. I think a lot of my set list, if it's not already music that is nostalgic, I'm always going to put on some brand new shit that I've never heard personally and I absolutely like. So I want to put y'all on, when it comes to that as well. And the shows that I have on my set list that I plan to watch as well are Severance, okay, The Bear, and The Studio, because I heard Apple TV has some phenomenal shows. Although The Bear is on Hulu, I still want to tap into Severance and The Studio for sure. And that is my set list for this week.
Very, very cute. Very, very cute. I got to tap into The Studio as well. I really do. I really do. I heard it's really good. And like I said, I love Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth Rogen, Big Seth, feel me?
Big Seth, right. No, and it's so crazy you mentioned 96 Christian because that was one of my self-care songs this week. Like I'll be seriously, I'll be having random songs that I like use, like, and I'll add like to a playlist, like whether if it's like for that season. And 96 Chris was like a song that's been in rotation. So
yeah, I used that for one of my reels and it's been in heavy rotation this week. I love Dom Kennedy, man. Shout out to that nigga.
I love Dom. Shout out to him.
But yeah, girls, that was an amazing episode. That's episode 16 for y'all.
Okay, Q Destiny Child Sweet 16. That's a deep motherfucking cut for y'all asses. Y'all don't even know about that. Ah! Nah, y'all, but you already know the freaking vibes. It is a pleasure always tapping in with our wonderful community. So make sure you guys are following us on our socials, the Reasonable Dialogue page on IG and Twitter. We also will be coming out with the official playlist that I'm going to curate that I've been saying for weeks. But I'm going to do it this week. So expect this quarter and I'm going to update it. I'm going to update it quarterly. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to update it quarterly considering that I'm going to put on the songs that we, mention on the set list and things that, we want our community to be tapped in with as well. So we're going to have that Reasonable Dialogue radio playlist.
Hey, I love that.
Okay.
It's coming, gang.
It's coming, gang. It's coming.
Shake your dreads.
Shake your trash, shake your trash, shake your trash, bitch. Nah, but we really love y'all. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in to episode 16. Yeah. And we will be back. And y'all, do your famous spiel out because I know you got to get it out.
Y'all ain't got to go home. But you got to get the fuck out of here.
And that's it. She got it right, y'all.
I almost fucked it up.
I low-key heard it. I was like, she got it. 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 She got it.
And make sure you give me back my lighter.
All right. Take your funky shoes out the fucking condo. Get out of here.
Yo.
Bye, y'all.
What's up, world? It's your girl, Jazz.
It's your girl, DJ Miss Milan.
And it's your girl, Jan Sneed. Thank you guys for tapping into another episode of the Reasonable Dialogue podcast. Thank you guys for tapping in every week and spending time with your favorite girls at the condo. We really, really appreciate the love you guys pour into us. And if you're rocking with the conversation, make sure you follow us on all socials. We are on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube at Reasonable Dialogue. And be sure to rate, subscribe, comment, like, tell a friend to tell a friend, and be sure to stay reasonable.